Hello everybody, what is happening? Welcome to my first Premier League preview, and I think it's game week 5. It's just after the international break. The idea of doing this kind of thing just came in and around the international weekend, and it's something that I kind of want to do on the channel. But I'm gonna get straight into it. What I'm gonna do is just gonna go through the fixtures this weekend, kind of have my thoughts and ideas on what's gonna happen. I've also put a bet on each individual game this weekend. Each week I'm gonna put a £20. I'm gonna put £20 into an account, and £5 is going to go on a bet on every single game. £5 is going to go on unexpected teams to win, and £10 is going to go on expected teams to win. So I'm going to show you those bets a little bit later on, but starting off with the first game this weekend. Hold on, let me just minimize that so it's less brighter. The first game this weekend is Everton-Liverpool. Alisson is still missing. That's a big concern for Liverpool. Mane and Thiago are back as well. But Everton haven't beat Liverpool in the last 22 games. But this is the best ever chance to do it. So I was having a look through the bets, and I'm really not too sure with this one. The last 3 games at Everton have all been 0-0. But can history repeat itself for the 4th time? I'm not too sure. But Everton or draw is at 10-11. I thought it was a really good pickup. You know, I feel like if any team could win, well, I mean, both teams can pretty much win, but I think a draw is most likely. But Everton will win at 10-11. I thought a really good odds, so I went with that. Next game is Chelsea-Southampton. Ziyech is back. Mendy and Thiago Silva are going to be out. So is it return for Kepa? Who knows with Chelsea? You know, will Caballero, will Lampard stick him in? We don't know. But Walcott's likely to feature, but I think everybody's going to be expecting Chelsea to win. And Chelsea to win are only 1-2 at the moment, and I thought that was really low odds. I felt like Chelsea would maybe be 1-4, 1-5, but who knows? It's a really good odds, so I thought I'd get onto it as well. Next game is Manchester City versus Arsenal. De Bruyne is out, Jesus is out, Aguero could be back, so it's good news for City. But Aubameyang is out for Arsenal, and Thomas Partey could fit in. But I feel like with the squad depth that City have, they should be winning this game. They are at home, but again, there was only 1-2, so I thought, well, might as well jump onto that as well. Next game we have is Newcastle versus Manchester United. Newcastle did beat them at home last year. Oh, I'm trying to think of it. Oh, the young Matty Longstaff, was it Matty Longstaff or was it Sean? It was Matty Longstaff that scored the goal, wasn't it, last year? It was. Lascelles does return for Newcastle. Martial and Cavani are out, so you're kind of depending mainly on Rashford to get all the goals. I did have this game at under 2.5 goals, but I'm not too sure with the Premier League and with United's defence. Maguire's possibly out, so that may be a good sign for United. But I've gone for a Newcastle or draw. I don't feel like United are going to win this game. I feel like Newcastle look too good to win this game, and I think at 11-10 for Newcastle draw, I think it's a really good odds. The next game, moving on to Sunday, is Sheffield United versus Fulham. Who wants to bet on this? I think if you're going to pick a team to win, it's going to be Sheffield United. They've been in the Premier League for the 2nd season this year, and they've improved. Brewster could make his debut. Sheffield United do have an unnamed player that possibly has COVID. It's not confirmed yet, I'm not too sure. But new signings, Anderson and Tete are out for Fulham, and Lamina could be in the squad. But it's going to be a tight game, but this is the game that I changed to have 2.5 under in goals at 4-6. I feel like Sheffield United's defence is too strong. Fulham going forward barely scored any goals, and I think it's going to be a very tight game. Then the next game is another derby, which is Palace-Brighton. Hennessy's out, McCarthy's out, but I've just seen that. I think Butland has just signed for Palace, so I'm not too sure if he's in contention. I haven't looked up too much, but Cahill, Tompkins, Van Aanholt and Schlupp are all back. Youngster Lamptey and Connolly could feature for Brighton, but I feel like both teams to score on this bet is a really good kind of bet. I've got it at 10-11, but I think Brighton do play football, so they will be going to Palace to try and play, but I think Palace at home will also score as well. The next game I have is Tottenham and West Ham. Kane will play, and Bale's a possibility, which is very exciting. Lascelles and Tanganga, I mean, Lascelles is more importantly that's going to be missing out, but West Ham do have a fully fit squad, so this could be a very, very good game for Spurs. I feel like both teams will score, because I feel like Spurs' defence does have problems still, and West Ham can get in behind, but I feel like Spurs going forward, if Bale is fit as well and he's going to play, I feel like Spurs going forward are going to be too much for West Ham. So I've gone for both teams to score and a Spurs win, which is at 2-1. I was thinking about just going for a Spurs win or both teams to score, but I wanted to, you know, increase the odds a little bit more. Next game we have Leicester and Villa. Soyuncu's out, Evans and Derby. Evans and Vardy are both doubts. Madison's back and Fofana could make his debut. I think with Vardy out, I did speak about this in my Premier League predictions, is they may struggle, and Villa are in very good form and they've got no new concerns as well. It's a really tough one to call, but I've actually gone for a Villa or draw, which is at 8 to 11. I'm really not, if Vardy misses out and they're missing 2 central defenders out, it really does make Leicester a lot of weaker team, and I feel like Villa, with the form that they're in at the moment, they could even go and win. And if there was going to go, if any team was going to win at the moment, I do feel like it could be Villa away from home, if the likes of Vardy, Evans and Sunku are all out. Next game is another one, West Brom Burnley. Who wants to bet on this one? I really don't want to. Robson Kanu is out. Robinson could be out as well. Rodriguez and Goodmanson could be back for Burnley, but I mean, it's not going to be the most exciting game in the world. Who knows? But what I've done is I put it on both teams to score, because I feel like whatever bet I put on is going to be completely wrong with this game. You know, it could be an absolute blowout. Who knows? So I've just gone with the both teams to score. Whatever bet, I feel like if there's any game this weekend that's going to ruin the bets, it's going to be this one. And the last game of the weekend is Leeds against Wolves. This is going to be such a good game. Mid-table teams, I feel like, for my mid-table teams, which I feel like they are. Cooper and Llorente out, which are the centre-backs for Leeds. And Wolves are hoping that all the Portuguese stars haven't got COVID, such as Cristiano Ronaldo. So that's what they'll be praying for. I feel like there's going to be goals in this game. I've gone for over 2.5 goals, which is at evens. So the total odds for this, and I'll bring up the bet on screen now, is 566 to 86 to 1. I put £5 on it. It's like 2,800, I think, the returns. Imagine that comes in. Who knows? If you think it's going to come in, make sure you leave a like on the video. But my underrated teams, my underrated bet, sorry, includes 3 teams that that could possibly win this weekend. So that's the likes of Everton, to get rid of that 22 win, well, that 22 loss streak against Liverpool. Well, no, it's not, is it? It's a 22 games without a win. Yeah, 22 games without a win for Everton. I've got that at 14 to 5. The Old Firm derby is on this weekend, and so is the Milan derby, but I don't want to go at the Milan derby. I want to go to the Old Firm derby, and I think Celtic at home should prove to be too strong. I've got them at 8 to 5, but who knows what that game, it could be either way. And I thought 8 to 5, either teams, Rangers or Celtic, whoever's the home team's got more chance of winning. And lastly, I've got Newcastle to beat United. Yes, Newcastle to beat United. Not Newcastle United, Newcastle to beat Man United at 15 to 4. I think with United's form at the moment, it could get worse and worse. And Newcastle looking very good at the moment. I thought it's very good odds. I'll also bring that bet on the screen. Wait, what's the returns? The returns on that one is, so for £5 stake, it's a £246 return, which, you know, could be pretty likely. And the last bit, I've gone for more of you know, guaranteed teams to win. I've gone with all the Bs. So I've got Brentford, who are playing Coventry. I've got Bournemouth, who are playing QPR. I've got Borussia Mönchengladbach. That's how you say it, right? We're playing Wolfsburg. Brentford at 4 to 7, Bournemouth at 7 to 10, and Borussia at 17 to 20. I feel like, you know, all the teams are at home. They're the better teams in the games, and, you know, the most likely to win. So I've gone for only 3 teams. I think the returns is only around about £40, but I mean, it's £51, sorry. I got a bonus off that, off £10, so I thought it was pretty good odds. I mean, £50 return's not too bad. It pays for future bets if it does come in. But those are the bets this weekend. But yeah, this weekend's got some very good games. Everton Liverpool, of course, is going to be the big game of the weekend. If Everton do win that, then I think it really does open up the weekend. But there's some games as well at the bottom. All the bottom 4 play each other, so it'll be very interesting to see who does win out of those games. I'd expect the home teams to win those games, but who knows. Again, some very difficult games for some teams, but we'll see how it goes. If you guys like the predictions, yes, put some in the comment section below what teams you think are going to win, which aren't going to win, if you agree with any, if you don't. But I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.